Your daily love stream is about to begin, Stockholm. Delicious. I love my life. I love my body. I love myself. Yeah. Welcome to your Sacred Sexual Awakening. I am Shaft Uddin, and I am here to help you find more health, more wealth, and more wellness in Stockholm. That's right, that's what I saw in my meditation in the forest yesterday, here in Bagarmossen. I'm living in a woman's collective. That's right, I used to identify myself as a lesbian. So my Sacred Sexual Jedis, all of you watching, thank you for tuning in. And for all of you that have been following my Instagram, I have been asking you for questions. Today's just a good old-fashioned Q&A about Tantra and Sacred Sexual Awakening and spirituality and how to get buff and how to live longer and things like that. So, we're going to dive straight in. But before we do, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I need those thumbs up. Without the thumbs up, we can't get up on the algorithms and keep on going as a love stream that comes live and direct to you every single day, 11 o'clock Stockholm time. So the first question is the value of yoni dearmoring to women simultaneously. And that question comes from Venus Ian Joy. So I'm gonna answer this question by going to my website, www.sacredsexualawakening.com. And there is a page that I'm gonna go to called Tantra Massage. Oh, join my mailing list. Please do get a free book. Twin Goddess Awakening. Here we go. I got a feeling I could actually probably show you what I'm doing on my I'm gonna do this live. Why not? Let's see if I could slow down my speech so I can slowly and tantrically activate this window. There it is. It's right here. Amazing. So there he is. Okay, great. It's working. It's working. So here we go. What are the benefits? Let me tell you. I mean, here's just a little sample of what someone said on my website after having a Twin Goddess Awakening with me. Thank you so much for this unique experience. My heart is on the path of healing for sure, and the session is another big step. Thank you for your energy, understanding, expansion, and love. No worries, Sarah of Norway. I feel like this is just the beginning of our journey and have a deeper connection to myself and greater self-love. That's a beautiful thing to say, Jane from the UK. So, what are the benefits? Well, let me tell you. My Twin Goddess Awakening offers you and a female friend a unique opportunity to experience Sacred Sexual Awakening together. This is where two women are emotionally and energetically linked in a simultaneous yoni massage, working with the concept of mirror neurons, in which one person may embody what another senses. This is science, by the way. My experience as a dancer and a flow artist and entering into a deep state of trance. My experience as a dancer and a flow artist, and entering into a deep state of trance, I channeled the light of God and presence of Shiva through my hands to offer both goddesses a simultaneous tantric massage. Here's the science. Creating a circuit of unconditional love between all three of our hearts. This is a powerful experience in which the energy generated and your pleasure potential are amplified. This service may appeal to you if you are a little nervous of receiving your first tantric massage alone, or if you'd like to share the experience with a female lover or close girlfriend. Ooh, I love it. And what are the benefits? What actually happens? Well, let me tell you. According to sacredsexualawakening.com/twin goddess awakening. In this 2-hour session, we set our intention, the rules of engagement, which a lot of people will know about by now. I was speaking to a therapist, one of the women who is actually living here in the Women's Collective, and she's a therapist, and she's been it for 20 years, and she uses exactly the same stuff as I do. So these boundaries, these beautiful things around consent, are simple inquiry questions, such as, what are your intentions, fears, desires, boundaries, so on and so on and so on. And in this session, you receive a simultaneous energetic massage, simultaneous yoni mapping, where I'm guiding you to find out the juiciness of not just the tip of your unicorn horn, which is your clitoris, but also the shaft of your unicorn horn, which is almost like a tiny lingam that you girls have, which is your clitoris. Then the internal extension of your clitoris, which is your G-spot. Then we go into the A-spot, which is where the Amrita, yes, 98% of women can squirt. That's pretty much everyone. That's your A-spot. Then you go down towards your little tailbone from the inside, and that's your Kundalini area, your K-spot. And then the most powerful cervical orgasm, where you could have orgasmic births, that is your cervix. Then you have a simultaneous intuitional yoni massage, and then you integrate and process together. So check out my page, as I have a beautiful video of me demonstrating a twin goddess awakening. I've classically used a YouTube technique of, I believe it's called clickbait, where I said how to have a threesome to get more people to view this video. It's actually a very beautiful video, and it's actually very well done. Well done, Shaft. Thanks, Shaft. So that is the benefits of a tantric massage with you and your friend simultaneously together. Amazing. Okay, next question. Q&A sessions about Tantra from my fans off Instagram. So let me have a look at this. We have lost all of the questions due to the fact that my phone shut down after 2 minutes. Here we go. Let's go. This is from James Gibb. Is anal de-armoring like stuggy anal? Now that word stuggy anal, I haven't heard since 1994. Stuggy anal is actually a maneuver in the porn industry, which is stud plus doggy plus anal. That's stuggy anal. So no, anal de-armoring is not the same as stuggy anal, James Gibb. So, James Gibb, this is an answer to you, to your beautiful question of stuggy anal. Anal de-armoring is basically like a man's version of a yoni de-armoring. So, Yoni de-armoring is now available in most places around the world. It's not just a tantric practice. It's actually recognized and internationally recognized as a form of trauma release therapy, releasing trauma release, any sexual trauma stored inside the yoni, such as rape, abuse, or anything along those lines, and even childbirth. They do exactly the same practice as me in Germany. I was speaking to a lovely midwife on a bus with her kids, and she was a midwife, and she said exactly what I do to her patients. So, and also psychosexual somatic therapy, this stuff is all on the NHS. Like what I'm doing now is recognized as a form of actual healing. So as a dude, we have a yoni as well. If you shaved our bum holes and inserted your finger into our bum holes, we have a brony. Our G-spot is our prostate. And if you are able to overcome the stigma around anal pleasure, and trust us as men, there's a lot of conditioning around this, because if you are caught having anal sex many years ago, man on man, you were put in prison. And in some countries, you're still executed on sight. So no wonder us men have a little bit of trauma around bum stuff. Oh no, that makes us gay. That means it's haram. We're going to go to hell. So yeah. But guess what? There's a lot of... There's a lot of pleasure inside your bumhole. The most profound healing I've had on my healing journey has been anal de-armoring. I'm going to tell you two little stories, and we got time. One of my friends, well, two lovers of mine, I'm into threesomes. It's my thing. I'm really good at them. I'm good at holding space and navigating the emotional landscape of three people's needs and desires, and our fears and our boundaries. Threesomes, for me, is the highest form of enlightenment when it comes to relationships and managing more than one person. People are just struggling with one relationship. I'm able to do a few at the same time because I'm an expert in this field. So one of my lovers, she's a doctor, she's a therapist. She does this thing where I cannot remember what it is, but if you're watching, this is exactly what she does. That's it. And then the eyes go dun 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 dun, and she did this whilst fingering my bum. And my other lover was holding space for me. And during this session, long story short, I was able to overcome, I have a lot of energy, and I was in an environment where I was very much in my feminine energy, running around everywhere, in the flow, just, no structure, just really going into my divine feminine aspects. A fucking mess. And what happened was, and during this time I was also suffering from my chronic pain from my burnout from giving too many yoni massages. All this beautiful story of my recovery is in my book, which you could download for free on sacredsexualawakening.com. They held space for me. So when I got to the island, my mission, my thing that I really wanted was I needed mothers as lovers, space holders, healers, and doctors. That's what I was actually calling in. And guess what? If you say something enough, you get it. Whatever you ask for comes true. That's how this stuff works. Believe in yourself and the world will believe in you. Whatever you believe in comes true. So that's how the whole foundation of this reality works. It's pretty basic once you figure it out. Remember, I'm here to help you find health, wealth, and wellness. This is my thing. So what happened was, let me quickly drink some of this sarsaparilla. Ooh, there you go. That's what I'm on at the moment. Get more testosterone. Oh, I could really taste the divine masculine in that. That's right, pumps up your gains. I mean, I'm not looking too bad considering I had no tits a couple of weeks ago. So, anal de-armoring. My doctor lover, she was doing this whilst the other one was holding space for me. I didn't feel safe in that environment because the other lover had herpes on her lips, and I needed to get stronger boundaries to say she can't join in on the anal de-armoring because she really wanted to, but I had to make sure my nervous system was relaxed. So I created a really safe container for me, which took me a long time to voice it. It was stuck here. I didn't want to offend my lover. I didn't want to mess up the therapy session, but I realized the whole process was a shamanic experience for me to feel safe in the unsafe. The only way we're ever going to feel safe is not expecting everything to work out for us, is to actually express ourselves rather than suppress ourselves, to state what our boundaries are so we could be in a better place to express our desires, to feel safe, to be ourselves. And at the end of the day, that's all we're trying to do, to be ourselves. So what happened to me during this time, after verbalizing all of this stuff, to create a safe container for me to relax my nervous system, for me to open up in my ass, which was a little bit still painful, she slowly started to open up my bumhole, my sacred spot, as we say in our ISTA training. And she did something very interesting. She did this revolving eye, this eye stuff. I can't remember the technical term, but it's very big in where she's from, which is Amsterdam. And she basically did this technique on me whilst reprogramming my brain around safety and boundaries and relaxing. And then she said, I want you to lower yourself onto my finger, and I want you to kiss my finger with your ass. And so I did, and I was able to slowly suck her in. And I've only ever felt pain through this place because I've been working on my ass for a while. I've seen the transformation that has happened in women. Like it's literally a miracle that happens with yoni de-armoring. You can check out the reviews on my page, and there's an article written about a session where this woman was able to walk again and everything like that. There's a lot of stuff that happens in yoni de-armoring. As a man, there's a lot that can happen to us. So during this session, I actually finally felt pleasure and it felt good, but she, as a doctor, didn't want to take it there, whereas my other lover wanted to take it there, and I wanted to take it there, and she said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm very much a firm believer you could reach enlightenment and overcome trauma through pleasure. That's how I work. More sarsaparilla. Health, wealth and wellness. So what happened was, after the session, I felt super chilled. Like all this nervous energy I've had around me was grounded. And we had a beautiful share, and it's amazing to have these two powerful women looking after me, holding space for my transformation, and finally having, two space holders doing what I do. So I was able to receive fully through my nervous system as well, in my ass, and have my prostate stimulated, and finally feel pleasure there, because that is my G-spot. And as a man who gives yoni massages for a living, when I stimulate a woman's G-spot, it's connected to a nervous system that is connected to her bladder, so that when you're stimulating it, pulsing, it starts to feel like you want to pee. And that's exactly what happens to a dude as well. Like, it's in my ass, why would I want to pee? Like, it's understandable why a woman would want to pee, because it's, it's closer to the bladder. it's connected to the genitals where the pee come from, whereas the ass is not where the pee comes from. It comes out of my lingam. So it's interesting to feel those same sensations that women describe when they're having a yoni dearmoring or G-spot stimulation. So what happened during my session afterwards? The sarsaparilla, I need more. I'm super dry-mouthed because I've been running. I need more. Okay, so what happened was I chilled out. And a week later we checked in. I was still chilled. Like, not just like, I'm relaxed. I was super chilled. A year later, I was still chilled. To this day, because of that anal dearmoring session, I'm still chilled. I'm super grounded. Some of the women in my community have said I'm the most masculine man that they've ever met. And I'm a lesbian. So when it comes into these spaces, when it comes to sacred sexual awakening, tantric lovemaking, or any kind of ritual space where I need to channel Shiva, I am grounded as fuck. Everyday life, obviously, is everyday life because I'm just running everywhere to go to meetings and things like that. But I'm highly structured. But the key thing that's happening in my life right now is I'm more relaxed, more chilled. That's actually one of my superpowers, to be super chilled. You can find out about my superpowers being activated in my video about that time I got arrested in Thailand for doing Tantra. Yes, that's right. I'm a criminal. So the second time I had an anal dearmoring was last year. I was giving a talk in Mood Gallerian, a talk about Tantra, for a magazine called The Forumist. And it was a beautiful crowd, super nice talk, super chilled, and I said goodbye to everyone, and I said goodbye to a lady, and I hugged her, and my penis just went whoop, and I was like, okay, something just happened with you. And I'm pretty much oblivious to everything. I'm just in my little bubble, super chilled, looking at a tree, going, "Oh, a tree, oh, clouds, nice." I don't. All I'm thinking about, projects. How can I make global impact? SacredSexualAwakening.com, Shaft Uddin on Instagram, and this love stream. And I don't really check out people. My sex drive is pretty neutral. I'm pretty just neutral all the time. Yes, that's right. The irony about being tantric is you're no longer a slave to your sex drive, but you can harness it, and you could turn it on whenever, but it's just not on anymore. And it randomly turns on when someone of some kind of frequency or is generating their own sexual energy, and my penis picks it up, so I have a conscious cock. So my body will choose my partners, not my brain. There's a science behind that as well, which is your body is a walking chemistry set, and it is constantly sensing people all the time. Like we have spider senses, like zzz, and it's always constantly trying to find a mate to procreate. That's our thing. So when your body reacts to another body, also known as love at first sight, your bodies are going, okay, check. Yes, they got the right number of chromosomes, hormones, and things that I need to create the perfect baby. So it has a strong immune system. That's love, sadly. That's the science of it, not a past life connection or any of that bullshit. But it might be, because, whatever you believe in comes true, right? So I technically don't believe in that. So it's not my reality. I believe in science, and I am observing my body around certain people. And every single person my conscious cock has connected to, I've had a life-changing, transformative experience. This was one of them. So this woman wasn't on my radar. We hugged, I melted, and I had the most outrageous erection I've had for a while. And what happened was, I was like, okay, I'm curious to know what's going on. She says she doesn't do any stuff or any esoteric practices or any yoni practices or nothing like that. She just says she's a normal person who just is a normal person. And I was like, okay, great. I'm looking to meet normal people. Let's connect. So we did. And again, when we connected, we were going to explore the connection that we had. I was curious to understand the energy that was going on. And obviously, if I feel something, she's going to feel something, especially if they're open. And what I mean by open is their mirror neurons are, fully activated, and they're not allowing the brain to stop anything happening. So just feeling. That's what it means to be open, to be able to feel yourself, which enables you to feel other people. And then you're able to do some psychic tricks. Tantra is amazing. I love the science of Tantra. So what happened was, we got together. I asked the 6 questions. What is your intention for this skill swap exploration session? What is your fears, desires, boundaries? Do you have any STIs? What will this mean to you? So I asked the question, she listens, and then we switch. One of my boundaries was nothing up the bum, because I'm working with special people on that. I even expressed that. What did she do? She put her fingers up my bum. She overstepped my boundaries. Fully, 100%. But if she didn't overstep my boundaries, and she didn't even use any lube or anything to go into my ass, she just went straight in, which meant my body was open to her. That was a sign that I'm okay with my boundaries being overstepped. I will have to call her out on it afterwards, though, because if I don't, I will feel shit. As long as I express it rather than suppress it, I am able to speak my truth, be transparent, and, take full responsibility. So what happened was, she just randomly put her fingers up my bum. It was all pleasure. It was insane, the energy that was flowing through my body. It was like an ayahuasca journey where I felt all this surging of energy, releasing grief, releasing pain. There was no story attached to it. It's just emotion going, like I didn't know what was going on, because I left I was in the witness mode of what was going on, but I didn't get attached to it. So I was able to fully surrender, and it was insane what happened. Like, with her fingers up my ass, still I had this rage, this power. I felt this huge, amazing, masculine, raw power that I've only felt when I'd been on ayahuasca or mushrooms and making love on those substances. And it was insane what happened. Sober, through the ass, the sacred spot for men, the sacred black hole. In the end, I started to feel my feminine surrender fully to her, and then I fell in love with her, as I do when someone has healed me, and obviously that was not reciprocated at all. She was she vanished after that, and I felt abandoned. She was no longer available because of these emotions that I started to feel, because someone had opened me up, cracked me open to God, as David Dada would say. So I know what it feels like to be a woman, because I've just experienced it. For someone to open you up that much and then to abandon you is pretty shit. So that was last year's most profound healing, for sure, and it's still to this day one of the most profound healings I've had. November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. 7 months later, I connected with her because I felt indebted to her, because how much she opened me up and how much I had healed from that session. Now she's my Tantra buddy. So she wasn't in a space to connect with me back then. I'm always open. And I have different categories to put people in so I feel safe around them. There's no expectation. So Tantra buddies, people who work with genitals. By the way, it turns out she's fully tantric and she hangs around with all the tantric people in Stockholm and is a massage therapist. So she lied to me that she did nothing. She's a superhuman. And my body could sense it. So we've had like pretty amazing connections since then, and we have a regular connection, and I'm all about consistency, regular intimacy, connection, relaxing the nervous system through this amazing sacred sexual awakening stuff. So yeah, that was a profound healing when it comes to ass work. And I'm going to have another session with her next week. So looking forward to that. So yeah, I have different categories when it comes to, because I deal with genitals every day. So I have my clients, that's, people that are my clients. They come through this, they see my 16 million viewed viral videos around Tantra, and they just know what I do from the digital presence that I have. So clients are clients, life is easy. Lovers and everything else could be messy if I wasn't such a goddamn genius around relationships and boundaries. So I have Tantra buddies, people who are who are working in sacred sexuality and pleasure, trauma release around sexual trauma, and people who work with genitals day in, day out. And trust us, we need to be practicing every day on ourselves, on each other, on a group of people, if we want to be able to heal you. We have to live and breathe it. We have to embody this. So Tantra buddies. Next one is lovers. These are like boyfriend and girlfriends. And the next one is beloveds. These are like husbands and wives and people you want to have babies with, or buy land with, or buy a house with. So they are the three categories that I have when it comes to love, sex, and intimacy. So James Gibb, nice to hear from you. Thanks for your question. Appreciate it. How's your brother John? And how's little Miffy? Next question. Morning. This is from P_Gayovanir. Morning and evening routines. Well, morning routines are fucking important. Here, I think I could do my iPhone. Here we go. Are you going to connect? So, no, it's not going to connect because it's not on. Okay, so my morning routines, I will have to show you here. Where are you? I can't show you that one because that has client's name on it. Can't show you that one. No. There you go. So, my morning routines are 7 o'clock gym. That's where you see me practicing my Viking boot camp every day up in the Haga Health Club. 8 o'clock, penis practice. That's my sex magic meditations, which I've spoken about in previous episodes of my love stream. Then a cold shower to boost my immune system. I haven't been cold since I've been in Stockholm because of the cold showers, Wim Hof method. 9 o'clock, social media and admin. 10 o'clock, this is my Saturday thing, Shiva coaching. I'm coaching my my men who I work with my multi-million-dollar company. And Shaft Uddin's love stream, 11 o'clock till 12. So yes, morning practice is important. It is the foundation to catapult your day into amazingness. I love it when I make love with a lover. And that's what happens sometimes. If we've, I've already achieved everything that I could ever want to do in my life. And it's already 11 o'clock. It's amazing. So, waking up at 6 o'clock. Writing in my dream journal. A lot of stuff happens in my dreams, and if you've been following me for the last 10 years on my social media, you'll see that everything I dream of comes true. I'm also a very powerful artist, and used to have a 6-figure salary working in advertising. So my job is to come up with outrageous ideas and sell it to the biggest brands, to make you feel a little bit like shit. But now my mission is to work with brands who are doing amazing stuff like conscious luxury. That's what I want to do. Wellness is a big booming sector, and I am a wellness expert after spending 6 years working on myself and healing others through the Tantric arts, which is a very hardcore discipline and a great technology when it comes to freedom and liberation. So dream journal. Get out of bed, move your body. But before I do that, I have a coffee meditation. And some of you who've been watching my Instagram would notice I've switched the coffee for my mate, which is a lot more healthier for you, full of antioxidants, and is a natural bunch of herbs. Super nice. And once I've got the kickstart of that caffeine hit, and the thing about mate is, with coffee, you're going to get this spike and the drop. Whereas mate is more tantric, where instead of like a punch in the face, you have like my friend describes it as a train, and it just exponentially raises up your energy. So Again, I'm a man who's very efficient. I use all the things to help the other things to become more efficient, so I could actually do things a lot easier. I'm just lazy, but I'm clever. So, dream journal, mate meditation, which I share on my Instagram because I like to share my stories. It helps me process myself as well. Helps me integrate the dream state and my current state. And then I go to the gym and work out. I used to do an 8-minute workout, which completely transformed my body. But now I'm pushing weights because I want to get a bit bigger, because I believe that the more of you there is, the more of your soul it can contain. So I just want to get big, have more testosterone. That's why I'm on the sarsaparilla. Got it from a shop in Stockholm. And then, after all that movement, I lie down and do my penis practice, which I spoke about, and I jerk off, and I meditate, masturbate to my focus board. So I'm very focused about what I'm doing every day, which is I am a viral content creator making £10,000 a day. A month. I live in an amazing house in nature with super fast Wi-Fi, creating community and content. I make minimum £2,000 a month profits based holding just one event. I am Stockholm's #1 yoni masseuse to the stars and VIP coaching influential clients. I have a lot of fun with a lot of beautiful Swedish successful women who adore me. I am a healthy brand, Shaft Uddin. I inspire billions modeling and being a celebrity. So I have a bigger platform to do these love streams. So I masturbate to that. I don't ejaculate because I'm tantric. I injaculate, so I breathe in all that energy to my third eye to create my visions into reality. And pretty much all of that is true now. So I just need the house. I'm getting closer and closer to the house, but I still don't have the house. That's the only thing I need. So if anyone's got a nice house out there, let me live in it. Let me live in it so I could turn it into a beautiful, heart-inspired wellness center. And then the next practice. If you feel like killing yourself, anyone, just have a cold shower. Not even joking. Change your state to change your mind. The cold shower is, for me, the thing that saved me from getting a shit immune system. And trust me, I was ill all the time. I've been a sick person all my life. I'm hypersensitive because I've been in the Tantra bubbles where you only have amazing sunlight. You only have the most amazing high vibrational vegan foods. You don't have any other option to eat shit, like unless you go to 7-Eleven buffet and then you get more V-spots. But you don't ever need any of that. Everything is provided. There is no bad stuff where I've been for the last 6 years. There is no option to eat shit. There is no option to be shit. You just have to become amazing because you're in an environment where everyone is a superhuman. Everyone's working on themselves. Everyone's a teacher or guru in something. Like, that's the environment I've been in. It's amazing. So when I came back here, it was a little bit tricky to find healthy ways to live and eat. So my immune system and my sensitivity to everything was a bit shit. So I just kept on getting ill every time I was in a major city. So I had to leave until I came to Stockholm. And then I was determined to overcome all my sicknesses and illnesses and weak immune system. Then I started drinking lemon and ginger every morning and having cold showers. So I have a cold shower, and especially in the winter, if you're having a cold shower, it's like really bad, but amazing. If you want to change your mind, you need to change your state. So no matter how shit I would feel, if I'm having a cold shower, I'm not thinking about my problems anymore. Like, they're gone. All I can think about is how to breathe, how to handle the cold. Like, it's like the thought that came to me was, if you want to do something radical, if you want to take your own life and kill yourself, just honestly have a cold shower, the coldest shower you could have, and see how you feel afterwards. Your stories that are going around in your head over and over again just stop for a few moments and you become present through the cold shower. It's an interesting thing. I haven't been ill since. Like, it's insane what's happened. Like, I got here in November and I had a bit of a cold for about 24 hours last January. That was it. I'm fine. Nothing's happened. And it's, you know, as soon as it hits November again, that'd be 1 whole year of my 40 years of existence on this planet where I haven't been ill. That is unheard of. Okay, that's my morning practice, and then I just start the day. Oh, yeah, that's it. Evening routines. Yeah, I just scroll, and that's that. How to practice self-love. But seriously, when it comes to evening routines, I do scroll because that used to help me get to bed. But now I have been doing these subconscious hypnotherapy things that I do. Reprogramming my mind around just being super successful, sexy and wealthy. Guess what's happened in my life? Everything's worked out. So I've been subconsciously reprogramming my mind before I go to sleep. And the classic 3 things you're grateful for just before going to bed. And as you got 8 hours worth of work you could be doing, I set an intention for my sleep. So last night I wanted to know how to fix my eyes. Some of you may have heard that I got these issues in my eyes. I don't have them anymore because I put these on my eyes before I went to bed. And then I woke up without any problems with my eyes. I figured it out. I'm slowly figuring it out. And I'm happy that I've got all these spots on my face. Because now I'm going to see how long it takes for me to not have these spots on my face. So I'm going to do a before and after photo. In fact, let's do it right now. There it is. It's got the date on it, so I'm going to see how long it takes for me to get rid of these. It's really easy to destroy a body, by the way. Like, You could have worked out and been disciplined all your life, and it will only take 1 month of eating shit to destroy your body. How do I know that? Because that's what I did during Corona. I decided to go, fuck it, I don't care, I'm just going to eat. And you become overweight when you can't see your penis anymore, or your genitals when you're having a pee. So that's when you need to sort your shit out. So the next question, how can I practice self-love? I'm so glad you asked. And that is P__ Giovanna. There's all the people. There they are. There they are. Thanks for messaging me, everyone. Well, you could practice self-love. So the thing about Tantra, and Satguru mentions this, Tantra is discipline more than anything else. It is the most profound technology when it comes to transformation. Only 5% is the sex stuff, which is really super juicy, but you could only get to the sex stuff if you've done the other 95% of the work. And the only way that I've done that is through discipline and hard work. Discipline, discipline, discipline. You can't do any of this shit without constant work. That course that I do, the School of Self-Love, which is available from the links below, is all about practice. Practical ways to develop more easier ways to find self-love. So loving your life, finding something that you enjoy doing, so you never have to work another day in your life ever again. You become your passion. And guess what? When you become your passion, you become fucking attractive. And guess what happens when you become fucking attractive? You become successful. And then when you become successful, people just throw money at you. They'll throw money at you, and then they'll say, here, have a house, have a car, have this, you're doing great work, you're amazing, take it. And then you just become filthy rich. It's the side effect of loving what you do. There is no other way to live life when you're really passionate about something. Wherever the mind goes, the energy flows. A lot of us are putting our energy into something negative in a space that is, I don't have. So my narrative was, for the last year, I keep on meeting emotionally unavailable women. All women are shit. Women are crap. Like, there isn't anyone to date. Why am I... And I was saying what I didn't have over and over and over and over again. And what happened was, I manifested that. Self-fulfilling prophecies. Whatever you say comes true. Whatever you believe in comes true. So believe in yourself and the world will believe in you. That's how it works. That is that simple. So what happened was, I developed this very powerful technique from all the tools I learnt through Tantra and made it into a very simple course. I love my life. Love what you do every day. I love my body. I'm multi-orgasmic. Learn how to become fully open and feel and think less and do more and have energy through discovering the infinite potential that is your body. And I love myself. A bunch of techniques and tools on how to do a daily practice of loving yourself. That practice of self-love is mindful masturbation that I do every day, 10 minutes a day. And that's that. Okay, next question. We are going to go somewhere into my phone where we will find more questions that I've saved. Here we go. Sexual repression that leads to aggression. Ooh, I need some sarsaparilla for that one. Ooh, we've all heard of toxic masculinity, haven't we? We've all heard of the hashtag #MeToo movement. We've all heard of the evils that men can do. There isn't an outlet, a healthy outlet for sexuality. For men or women, if you have a healthy sexual outlet as a woman, you're going to get slut-shamed. Luckily, in my industry and my bubble, if you are someone who has a healthy sexual expression, you definitely don't get slut-shamed. You get put on a pedestal and you get to teach workshops. You get to command a harem and fuck your way to enlightenment, because I've been living in a matriarchal society where it's just women having sex with all the women and all the men. They're known as priestesses or goddesses, and that's where I've been for the last 6 years, serving these women. It's been amazing. But I'm in Stockholm now. Things are different. I am in a different bubble, a different reality. So sexual repression that leads to aggression. Let us take a deep breath in for this little question. This one is all about observing humanity and looking at the countries where sexual energy is repressed. Look at all the Muslim states, look at all the Christian fundamentalist states, look at all the spaces where religion has literally had a chokehold on your balls and your vaginas, shaming you and damning you for being sexually liberated. What do you see in those climates and in those environments? Maybe a subculture and underground movement of terrible things that happen around sexuality towards men, women and children. Maybe there's a lot of war. I'm just observing humanity and looking at the news. But there may be a correlation around expressing sexuality and the suppression that leads to violence, abuse. And this is what I've seen from my personal journey in the world of sexual trauma, where religion has played a huge part of suppressing people. And it has led to a lot of lifelong damaging moments in people's lives where they have had horrific things happen to them due to the repression of sexual energy. This is why I moved to Sweden. This is why I moved to Stockholm. This country for me is a bit more open, a bit more liberal. And I don't read the news. And I don't watch TV or listen to the radio, so I don't know what's been going on around the world anymore, even though I used to work for Fox TV. And I used to be in a lot of the newspapers for all the work I did. But my reality when it comes to real interaction in society away from the news and everything, I found that Sweden is the most open, liberal place I have ever been to in my life. They really are forward thinking when it comes to being gender neutral. So it's all about being a human rather than boy blue, girl pink. They have gender neutral toilets, which is amazing. The people I have met in Sweden and Stockholm are all bisexual or bi-curious. They are all some kind of polyamorous, different relationship dynamic. It's the only functioning community out there. This is why I came here after 10 years of traveling. To have a functioning community where they are able to have families and still go to orgies and have sex with other people whilst their pregnant girlfriend is being licked out by someone else or something. Like, it's amazing how advanced these people are. And this is why I've moved here, because the liberal sense of when it comes to sexuality. So yes, I do believe that the way to control the masses is controlling the sexuality. But look what happens when you become free in your sexuality. You have freedom. You have amazingness. You have people reaching their full potential. You have like an amazing world where people are able to co-create, co-live, co-parent, co-habit, and co-live together, where you can have peace on earth. Adam and Eve, Adam and Steve, and Adam and Lilith, and all of the people living together in a big, massive tantric temple. That's the reality I've lived in. This is why I lived in the Burning Man bubble and the Tantra bubble for the last 10 years. Building my own... They said I was a cult leader. Building my own community and bringing wellness to the workplace. Cult. Wellness to the workplace to help people connect and be a bit more juicy. So what the ecosystem I'm trying to create is Mind Valley meets Silicon Valley meets wellness meets goop meets tantra meets juiciness meets all the different things where we could all co-create, co-live, co-parent together. That's what I'm after. And that's what's happening in Sweden right now. That's why I'm here. And I really don't want the rest of my hippie mates to turn up here because they'll just fuck it up. Right. This is going to be the last question. Talk about flirting and playfulness. Swedes need that. This is from Pojems. Puja. Okay, talk about flirting and playfulness. Swedes need that. Oh, well, this kind of comes into... I just spoke about it. I think Swedes are the most intelligent, emotionally intelligent people I've ever met. They are outrageously good looking. Like, I remember coming off the plane with my housemate last year, and we were just checking in through the Ryanair terminal. And we just got in, and the lady behind the counter was like a level 9, if you believe in levels. As a man, back then we used to have, the scale for women, which I don't believe in anymore. But, if we were to use common language amongst, locker room guys, she was a 10, she was a 9. So these people working just behind the counter were super hot. Everywhere we looked, everyone was super hot. I come from London, which everyone's pretty much morbidly obese, a little bit fat. The common way to look is not athletic, smart, well-groomed, Instagrammable. It's just, people struggling. Trust me, I live in Tottenham. So anyone in London, you know what I'm talking about. Tottenham. So... Here, there is a culture of outdoors, nature, hiking, connected to nature. But what I found was when it comes to flirting and dating, these people are super fun. You just have to say hello and everyone just opens up. They're like waiting to speak to you. So what I've been doing in the last few days, I've just been smiling at people and people have been smiling back. I've been like my daily practice to overcome my social anxiety and my fear of rejection and fear of approaching, which I'm getting better because I'm doing daily habitual changes in my life to say hello to people that serve me coffee and go, hey, have a beautiful day. Hey, you got nice hair. Hey, you got a nice smile. I'm a secret undercover unicorn. And I just have a bit of banter. And it's not to get into their pants, even though I'd love to get in their pants, but it's just to actually be able to talk to anyone. So it's not just the hot woman serving me coffee. It is the guy in the wheelchair waiting at the bus stop. So it's literally, I'm just practicing to have banter with everyone, and everyone's open. Everyone's super open. Everyone wants to play, banter, be flirty, be silly. It's amazing. So I love, but then again, I'm me, and I look weird, and I act weird, and I'm just different looking to everyone in Sweden. Even though I'm trying to dress up like them now, wearing black and grey, so wearing the traditional Swedish colours. So I personally feel you guys in Sweden and Stockholm are the most emotionally intelligent people I've met. All the hot women I've met are just funny and take the piss out of themselves and are just super silly, and they don't act like the hot girls that you'd expect to act like, who are just a bit distant. These people are just engaging and fun. I don't even see them as hot people anymore because I've just become so... It's just normal for me now. Like, the level of hotness of people I'm connecting with is just so... Like, it's just a normal life for me now. Back in the days of scarcity and the days of not having enough and not being able to connect with anyone, being really shy and insecure, like, I'd be like, I can't even imagine meeting people like this. Oh my God, I'm so petrified. That a woman like that could never be with me. I'm just, can't see my penis anymore because I'm a bit fat. So now I've changed. My confidence has changed. My appearance has changed. I've got more testosterone. I'm getting jacked up on the sarsaparilla. Health, wealth, and wellness. I'm able to just do my everyday practice, which is simply to say hey to random people and smile. So that's it. Everyone's super friendly and nice and playful and flirtatious. None of my hippie mates, don't come here. There's nothing for you here. Don't pollute this place with your hippiness. There's nothing here. Don't come. Stay in your Tantra bubble. Stay there. I just want to be here and clean up. When I say clean up, when all the hippies invade here, which I really hope they don't. Okay, I've got a bit of a story about this, and I'm going to share this with you. This is the last story I'm going to tell you. Once upon a time, I was a unicorn. I went to Burning Man and I found something that was amazing, and I wanted everyone to go to Burning Man with me. A few years later, a documentary was made. 2 million people saw it. I became well famous for being a unicorn, and everyone went to Burning Man, and it became shit. Burning Man isn't like a thing anymore. And then I found Tantra. And I was like, wow, I found Tantra. Tantra's amazing. Everyone should do Tantra because there's no one else doing Tantra anymore. And then I brought Tantra to London and I started going into all the Tantra bubbles, and I made a documentary which got 16 million views, and then everyone started doing Tantra, and now it's not the same as it used to be, and Tantra Island where I used to live is shit. So now I'm here. So I'm hoping I don't do the same thing about Stockholm. I don't want it to be full of mentally ill people. I want to help the people of Stockholm and keep Stockholm. That's right, I'm saying this because I mean it, because I've done it in my past and I just fucked up everything. I worked in advertising for 22 years. I'm really good at selling products. Like, just check out my LinkedIn, Shaft Uddin, or my website, silentcity.co.uk. Like, I'm really good at what I do, which is advertising. So I gotta not tell people about this. So this is why I'm kind of like deleting all my old friends and just keeping everything Swedish. I want to be just in Sweden, surrounded by Swedes. That's my dream, especially you Viking dads. I want to be just like you when I grow up. Yeah. So, thank you very much for... Let's see. Nope. We've got one more question by Anna Hatter. Avoidant and anxious attachment couples in spiritual community. It's the thing. I do not want to be in a spiritual community anymore. That's why I'm not there, because it's full of very ungrounded people. Tantra bubble, love you. Spiritual people, don't love you. It's full of mentally insane people. So, that's why I'm not there and I'm here. Thank you, Sweden. We love you. Okay, that's that. It's just a Q&A today. So thank you for watching. And please do subscribe to Shaft Uddin and turn on your notifications for your daily love streams that is happening for the people of Sweden and Stockholm. And if you're watching, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to connect, please check out my Instagram at Shaft Uddin. This is where I'm communicating to you directly. This is where I like to meet people, and the one thing on my focus board is this: Stockholm. I dream of a co-living, co-working space. That's what I want. Are you out there? I would love to join you, or create one. Just give me a house, yo, and I'll turn it into something amazing. And as I said, here it is. The School of Self-Love available. Everything I talk about is in there. Literally everything. So thank you, I love you, and I set you free. Join me tomorrow for another Sacred Sexual Awakening. I am Shaft Uddin, and I am here to help you find more health, more wealth, and more wellness through the sacred arts of Tantra and conscious ways to connect. See you tomorrow.